Right, there's the bugger.
In there, sir. You all right, sir? Sir?
Come on, I'm coming.
Bloody hell, Dick, you don't get any danger.
Steak and cake, sir.
Good to see you again.
And you, sir. Looks like Hobson's already on top of this one, sir.
Let's break the news to him, then. You haven't given up, then?
Yeah, boss, I'm only 43.
What happened?
Got stumped in a 5-yard scrum. Morning, sir. Police 33, Halifax 5 and 6.
Mr. Oldfield! The chief rang me. He wants me in on this one from the start. He thinks we need a new strategy for catching this maniac. He's calling a meeting tomorrow of the SIOs of all the Ripper murders. Definitely Ripper again, then.
Professor G is positive. 16-year-old girl this time.
16?
What's your pro's age working in Chapeltown, sir?
She's not a pro. Her name's Jane MacDonald. She lives a few streets from here. She worked in a supermarket.
You're telling me he's going for innocent women now? George!
David, would you like to... She's received several blows to the head, almost certainly with a hammer. And Jim thinks the initial attack took place in the road. Then subjected to a frenzied attack entirely consistent with the Ripper. No direct sexual interference, but brassiere and top pulled upwards to expose the breast, pants lowered to just above the pubic line. She's been stabbed repeatedly in one place, just below her breastbone. You can see from the ground that the blood loss is enormous, indicating the extent of her injuries.
You know what I said when they first come to the door? Your officers asked if I was Jane's dad. I said yes, no bloody murderer for stopping out all night and not telling us. They said, you might not have to.
She'd only been out dancing. All she did was miss a bus. How can that happen?
I'm very sorry.
I thought she only killed prostitutes.
We're afraid the killer may have made a tragic blunder, Mrs. MacDonald. Mistaken her for one.
Our Jane?
The pub she was passing, the Hayfield. As you know, it's frequented by prostitutes. In the darkness, from behind, the way Jane was dressed.
I can't believe this.
Well, I bloody got to Irene, because I'd just seen her lying on... I can still smell her. From last night, when she kissed me goodbye.
Look, I know I can't do anything to bring Jane back. But I give you my word that I won't rest till I've caught the man who did this.
Thank you, Mr. Oldfield.
Take a seat. Yesterday's murder has created public outrage. The previous Ripper murders have all been investigated by different SIOs. Now, I'm sure that both you, Jim, and John will admit that those investigations have been failures. It's time for a new approach. I have decided to ask one man to spearhead the investigation of all Ripper murders. George.
So far, the Ripper murders have all been investigated using the Leeds and Bradford method. In other words, an almost total reliance on instinct. Which might have worked if he'd been known to his victims. But suppose he isn't. Suppose the Ripper's a man who slips anonymously into red light areas to assuage his violent hatred of prostitutes, and then slips quietly out again.
But what do you think we should be doing differently?
Introduce the county system. Reconstructions. Relentless house-to-house inquiries.
We've been doing all those things. But have you been writing up the results? It wouldn't have mattered if you caught him within 3 days. But you didn't. As a result, you've nothing to fall back on. The information's lost. Names, addresses, descriptions. What we need is a proper system of record taking.
You mean a shitload of paperwork?
We all know how much you Leeds detectives hate paperwork.
No. I always thought that paperwork was important. But the question is, can you catch a murderer with it? Well, I don't think George is in any doubt, are you, George?
No, sir.
Oh, this man is not only creating terror on the streets, he's clearly becoming contemptuous of us as police officers. I think it's time we showed him who's boss.
Trip for her to go.
Even the Leeds lot.
Something about filling around from a corruption inquiry we did.
I bloody know there is.
Nah, if he wants me working with you. The Leeds officers will support him.
What kind of bloke do you think he is?
Hobson.
A ripper.
That's I think he's a pimp. A kinky punter.
That's not what I mean. What I mean is what goes on in his head.
What a question, boss. First time I saw them PM photos. Wilma McCann. Knifed 10 or more times. Emily Jackson. Stabbed 52 times with a screwdriver. Richardson. Part of a cut hanging out of her belly. And as for Atkinson, John DeMel said he belted her so hard, her brains were showing. Just a nutter.
But not incapable of logic.
Logic.
He hates pros, so he kills them. The question is, why?
Maybe his mother was a pro and he feels ashamed.
Your tea, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Have we got anyone to play Jane in the reconstruction?
No. She's got right bill for it.
Speak to her, will you? And try and show a bit of sensitivity.
Susan, the reconstruction. We need a tart. You're it.
You want me to be Jane MacDonald?
Now, don't be insulted.
I'm not, sir. Jane wasn't a tart, was she?
Ah, but she got mistaken for one. Come the weekend, so might you be.
Thank you.
Where do you reckon he's from, then?
County Bounty, if ever I saw one.
Pussy. Go my son.
So, this is the great George Oldfield.
A.K.A. Godfrey. God by name, God by nature.
Gentlemen, as of yesterday morning, when an innocent girl was found murdered in Chapeltown, a state of war has existed between this force and the Yorkshire Ripper. But what do we know about our enemy?
The answer is very little. He generally attacks late at night and in the open. We know he drives a car from tire marks found at the Richardson murder scene. He strikes his victims from behind with a hammer before mutilating them. And we also know from prints left at the Jackson and Atkinson scenes that he wears size 7 boots.
Not a lot to go on, is it? A pro-hating, car-driving nutter with size 7 feet. Now, I'm ready to make the greatest effort of my working life to catch him. I'm here to ask... No. To demand that you all do the same.
Mr. Officer, you all right? Anything so far? No, let's just make the expected.